Hello once again, YouTube. Major Tom 2417 here with SpoopTober 2024 Day 3. And on today's menu we have Frankenstein's Monster for the Atari 2600 by Data Age. The original title of this video referenced the year 1982. This game, in fact, was released in 1983. So, fun! The objective being to get those brick things on the platform across the lake, or whatever it is, on the main screen. Then in this screen, dodge all these stupid birds, get to the top, and build up that post. Once the posts on the green thing are built up high enough, it forms a ceiling over Frankenstein's monster, and the lightning collection mechanism above its head can no longer zap it with lightning and continue to energize it. Thus, you have won the game. So, fun. Unfortunately, complicating this task are spiders that drop down from the ceiling, whatever the hell that brown thing is that's moving back and forth here, the blue ghost-looking things, and of course, once you get up to the green base and touch it, you must then dodge a flock of birds, bats, ravens, crows, whatever the hell these things are. And once you get to around this stage of the game, things get considerably more interesting, shall we say. The moving log, the moving spiders that drop down with the log. Well, not with the log, but over the log as it moves. You think this is the difficult part? No, no. The difficult part comes later. Later, the log vanishes. And then later still, the 3 log segments vanish. Remember the previous section with the 3 log segments? Try jumping onto them when they disappear. Not as easy as you might think. Of course, you are hampered every single time you get here by the stupid birds. This is where things get stupid. Fortunately, this is just the penultimate level. Because in the next one, it's the 3 log segments that disappear, not just the giant solid log. You thought this was difficult? Try jumping across 3 small log segments that also vanish. But that wasn't the... Okay, this is the stupid part, because the spider will freeze me in place if I try to climb further up the rope. So you have to time this to where the spider... You have to move in such a way that you don't hit the spider or the pit. Then climb up the ladder here, or the rope, whatever it is. Touch the pole, dodge the stupid birds. Yes, I'm using save states. I don't care anymore. Then the platforms vanish. Then they reappear. Platforms reappear. You jump across them. Get to the ladder, rope, whatever it is on the other side. Dodge the annoying giant brown crawling thing. Are you serious? It's right there. It's right... Jump! Stupid thing changed direction, really? And one last flight of birds to dodge through. And of course they knock you all the way down to the bottom of the screen. Boom! Game over. Frankenstein's monster is defeated. And then the screen just flashes some colors while waiting for you to select your next difficulty or whatever. I love how there's just one platform on the river now. So, or the moat, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, ooh, excuse me. That's the game. That's Frankenstein's monster. But I still have some time to kill, so give me a second. So I could have gotten this video done a lot sooner, but I was distracted by a few things. Mostly WWE 2K24 related. And I have something to talk about related to 2K24. My faction mode, specifically the fact that I hate it. Because it is a time suck, it is a cash suck. I don't play it, so I've never invested any cash in it. But by golly, by gosh, do they want you to waste your money on that thing. You have to pay real world money to get in-game VC. Because apparently, the VC you earn in universe mode, yeah, the VC you earn in universe mode, I don't even think that carries over to my faction. So you have to pay real cash to buy fake cash to buy digital cards for a game mode that is completely pointless. The name My Faction makes you think it's going to be all about tag teams and stables. If it was just a mode where you assembled a tag team or stable that was more than 2 or 5 people, like, remember the NWO and WCW, how they had like 50 different members in each faction at one time? I'm exaggerating, but only slightly. There was NWO Hollywood, NWO Wolfpack, NWO Silver, NWO Millennium Edition, NWO whatever. And they all had like 10 or 20 members. The majority of the roster of WCW, in late stage WCW, was in some faction or another of the NWO. There was even an NWO faction in a Japanese promotion. And no, I'm not kidding. I think Kenzo Suzuki was in it. Masahiro Chono was in it. I don't remember the rest of who was in it, but there was an NWO Japan at one point. Dennis Rodman, I think, was a member. Also, Vince Russo doesn't know how to book worth crap, but anyway. Yeah, Faction Wars logically sounds like it would be a mode dedicated and devoted to tag teams and stables and trying to build their power base. No, it's a card game. It's a freaking card game. And they gate content behind it. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, the version of Scott Steiner who gave us Steiner Math, My Faction exclusive for the past 2 games. The Snap into a Slim Jim promo attire version of Macho Man Randy Savage, My Faction exclusive. Persona card. John Cena's Mexican wrestler alter ego Juan Cena, who appeared at a few house shows, My Faction exclusive Persona card. Fortunately, saner heads prevailed with The Fiend 2023 version, who is available as DLC alongside a Mattel Elite Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy 2024 version, which is clearly Bo Dallas behind the mask. None of those are My Faction exclusives. Thankfully. So saner heads prevailed there. But there are way too many Persona cards and this, that, and the other thing, all exclusive to My Faction. The reward you get for beating Showcase Mode. 40 years of WrestleMania. Not a new arena, not a new championship belt. Not even a new attire for an existing character. Ruby and Sapphire My Faction packs. Hooray! You got a reward I'm never going to use! It's stupid. It's so stupid. It is the mode that is being pushed. The moment you fire up 2K24, WWE 2K24, there is a latest news thing. Almost every single time, it is a locker code or a promotional event for My Faction. And it sucks. There are so many other things in that game that need more attention than My Faction. Universe mode, GM mode, the creation suite crashing half the time you try to edit things, even if they're downloaded characters, even if they're your own characters. I was working on a character 2 days ago in the creation suite. Had the entrance attire, the ring attire, all that, the hometown, the signs, all of that set. Went to save. You were about to save. Do you want to? Are you sure you want to save? Yes. Loading, or saving. Crashed into PlayStation 4 blue screen. Dumped to the menu. And this was my own character, my own resources, not a downloaded character. It has crashed when I've tried to download when I've tried to edit downloaded characters before. Usually just to change the name to lowercase. Because I have a preference for lowercase names. I don't know why they're always in all caps. I don't know why. But whatever. It should not crash as often as it does. But my faction sucks. Put it that way. If you're one of those rare people that plays my faction modes in the NBA or NFL or MLB or WWE or NHL 2K, however many sports games have the 2K brand, this is why there should not be monopolies on sports games and who can make them, by the way. If you heard that, that was my stomach. This is why there should not be monopolies on who can make sports games. Because you get greedheads who put stupid crap like my faction in, and it ruins everything else for everyone else. So, yeah. I would have gotten this video and a lot of other videos done sooner, but I got distracted. And I'll say it again, one more time, my faction modes in whatever game they're in suck. Which was it, the NBA 2K24? The trailer of which looked like a freaking casino simulator with spinning wheels and pachinko things and slot machines. How much basketball footage was in that trailer? It was for a basketball game, and the vast majority of footage was of gambling. Like trying to win cards for my... I don't even think it was my locker. I think it was my team or my whatever. It wasn't my faction in 2K and NBA 2K24. It was something else, but it was the equivalent of my faction for that game. And the vast majority of that trailer was footage of gambling. Microtransaction-fueled gaming. Gambling. Whatever. It sucks. I hate it. Anyway, that'll be about it for this video. Thank you all so very much for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. I may upload the original version of this video in which I use the phrase son of a whore entirely too often in referring to the block of pixels that represents this game's main character. As always, as I just said, thank you all so very much for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. I hope you've enjoyed what I've uploaded for SpoopTober 2024 so far, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. Stay tuned for more. This is Major Tom 2417, signing out.